Hey guys, Bios Ramos here, and today I'm going to be going over the Dolphins 53-man roster. As of right now, who knows if it's going to change. It's been changing all day yesterday, and all day before. But let's get into it.
Miami has the Dolphins, the greatest football team.
So, our Miami Dolphins traded our starting left tackle. Yep, they traded away Laremy Tunsil and Kenny Stills to the Houston Texans. Yep. It's awesome, right? So, out of that trade, we acquired a 2020 first round pick and a 2021 first round pick and I believe a 2021 second round pick, which is not bad. And then we also received 2 players, to balance out the roster. We got Johnson. I tried saying his name earlier. I couldn't say it. Bede Moisen, probably said it wrong. And then offensive tackle Julian Davenport. And then we traded also, besides Laremy Tunsil and Kenny Stills, we traded a 2020 4th round pick and a 2021 6th round pick. So, and then days before that, we traded for 2 offensive linemen. We traded a 7th round pick to Minnesota Vikings for guard Danny Isidora, and then we also traded a undisclosed conditional draft pick, which should be one of the picks that we get from Cam Wake or Juwan James or something, one of those players leaving, We traded that pick to the Indianapolis Colts for a center/guard, Evan Boheim. And then, lastly, we traded Kiko Alonso for a linebacker from the Saints, Vince Vigil. Yep. Let me know what you guys think down below about all these recent moves by the Dolphins. I'm not a big fan of them, but I understand it might be what we need to, progress, move forward, and make changes, really, honestly, to the team. And then also, we released, I'm not sure if we waived them or released them, but Vincent Taylor, no longer on the team. John Denny, long snapper, cut, and replaced within the same, within the same hour. So pretty crazy. So, besides all that, let's get into what the roster looks like. So, when we go to offense, we start off with quarterbacks, and we have Ryan Fitzpatrick and Josh Rosen. Those are 2 players, 2 quarterbacks there. Then when we go to running backs, we have Kalen Ballage, Kenyon Drake, Myles Gaskin, Patrick Laird, Mark Walton. Those are 4 running backs, and then our fullback, Chandler Cox. Then we go to wide receivers. We have Jakeem Grant, Allen Hurns, Devontae Parker, Preston Williams, and Albert Wilson. That's 5. Tight ends, we have Mike Gesicki, Nick O'Leary, and Durham Smythe. Those are 3. Then when we go to the offensive linemen, we have centers. We have Evan Boheim and Daniel Kilgore. That's 2 of them. Offensive guards, we have Shaq Calhoun, Michael Dieter, Danny Isidora, and Chris Reed. That's 4. And then offensive tackles, we have Julian Davenport, Jesse Davis, and Isaiah Prince. Those are 3. So overall, when I counted it, it was 24 offensive players. And when you see this later, the math is not adding up. We're short like 2 players. So let's see what we do. Because we cut a couple people. Now when we go to defense, we have Charles Harris, Trent Harris, Jonathan Ledbetter, and Nate Orchard. Those are 4 defensive ends. Now when we go to defensive tackles, we have Devon Godchaux, John Jenkins, Christian Wilkins. That's 3. Would have been 4 with Vincent Taylor there, but no longer there. Then we also, for linebackers, we have Vince Bigel, and then Sam McGuavin, Deion Lacey. And if you're familiar with the name Deion Lacey, he was on the team in 2016. He got signed late in the year, and then was it 2016 or 17? I think it was 17. And then he was signed to like a futures contract or whatever, and then ended up not making the team the following year, and then he played for the Bills, and then he did pretty, decent there, and then now he's back here in Miami. Now, continuing linebackers, we got Raekwon McMillan, Avery Moss, and Andrew Van Ginkel, our third-round selection this prior draft. That's 6 total linebackers. Now, when we go to cornerbacks, we have the guy we traded for in Houston, Johnson. I'm gonna butcher his last name. I'm gonna skip it. Xavier Howard, Chris Lamons, Eric Rowe, Jamal Wiltz, and then so that's 5. And then we have 2 DBs, so just general defensive backs, Stephen Parker and Ken Webster. So it's 2 of those guys. They pretty much have him listed as DB because I don't think they're sure what position they're gonna truly be playing. But then we go on to safeties, and that's Walt Aikens, Minka Fitzpatrick, Rashad Jones, and Bobby McCain. That's 4 of them. So overall, 24 on defense as well. So far the team's pretty balanced out. Who knows if we're going to add another offensive lineman and another maybe defensive tackle. Who knows? So when we go to special teams, the only new name there is our long snapper, Tabor Pepper. And then obviously kicker Jason Sanders and punter Matt Hawk. And then we have 3 players on the physically unable to perform list, which is called the PUP list. And that's Michael, he's a linebacker. Robert Nkemdiche, he's a defensive tackle that we got from Arizona. And then Quadera Tankersley is a cornerback that we drafted in the 2nd round a couple years back. And then he tore his ACL last training camp towards the end or something like that. It's something with his leg last training camp, and he hasn't been, playing yet. So let's see what happens there. And then let's go to the practice squad. They finally put up the practice squad. So and then on injured players, we have Ricardo Lewis, wide receiver. So that took him off the roster for now, but he's not like on the full 53 yet right now. So when we go to practice squad, we have a familiar face there at the top of the list, Isaiah Ford, wide receiver. He's been there for the past 2 years or so on the practice squad since we've drafted him. Then we have linebacker Terrell Hanks, safety Monte Hardage, defensive end Dwayne Hendricks, tight end Chris Mayrick, cornerback Nick Needham, and then we have our futures contract with the Brazilian defensive tackle Nieto, and then we got Jake Ruddock as a QB for the practice squad, Christian Sam linebacker, Zach Strubb offensive tackle, and Gerald Willis defensive tackle. And I think he's gonna be Vincent Taylor's replacement currently. So who knows? Just a lot has happened in the past 3 days since we've had to cut down to the final 53. But it's always crazy here, huh? And we currently have a hurricane about to not hit us, but slightly affect the coast of Florida. And the Dolphins are like, why not? Let's just shake up the whole roster. Let's just shake it up and see what falls through. I don't know what I was trying to say there, but it's about all I have for you guys today. Let me know what you guys think of our roster and what could happen with our team going down the line. And what do you guys think about the trades? Kiko's out, Kenny Stills is out, and Laramie Tunsil is out of the Dolphins. So that is all. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to leave a thumbs up down below, and don't forget to subscribe. Click the notification bell option to get notified every time I upload a video, and check out the website byaustinramos.com, and also follow me on Twitter and Instagram at byaustinramos. I will notify you guys there every time I upload a video. You'll see it there. That's about it, guys. Fins up and enjoy your Labor Day.